Hi, and welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk about the movie Renfield, starring Nicholas Hoult and Nicolas Cage, and streaming on Amazon Prime and Peacock. In the classic Bram Stoker novel Dracula, Renfield is Dracula's familiar, his human slave, if you will, who performs all the tasks that Dracula himself either cannot or will not do. Often this involves providing human victims to feed Dracula, as well as doing all the mundane arrangements of places to live and financials, etc., etc. Stoker's Renfield was a bug-eating, scurrying shell of a human, very reminiscent of Gollum in Lord of the Rings. You know, the weird little fellow that wanted the ring and referred to it as my precious. In this movie, Nicholas Hoult plays Renfield as a far more self-aware, though still bug-eating, individual who really wants to get out of his relationship with Dracula. And he attends a self-help group for those that are in toxic relationships, though his motive is less about ridding himself of that relationship than it is finding victims for Dracula. There's a very loose plot involving some mobsters and drug dealers and a cop and her FBI sister. This movie's not about plot. It's not about story. It certainly isn't about character development. It's about gore, and lots of it. The fight scenes are ridiculous, beyond anything that John Wick would imagine. Severed heads bounce around the floor, arms and legs go flying, people get squashed regularly, and like squashed big time. It's gruesome, but it's not horror movie gruesome. It's almost verging on the cartoonish. And speaking of cartoonish, Nicolas Cage as Dracula is so over the top and scenery chewing and campy. He does an okay job, but it's really quite crazy. Nicholas Hoult as Renfield I rather like. Now, it's not his best work by a long shot. If you haven't seen him already, do watch the TV series The Great, in which he plays Peter the Great, married to Catherine. It's a terrific series. And the character that he plays, Peter, is so nuanced. He's a complete dick, but he's incredibly intelligent. He's horribly selfish, but madly in love with Catherine. He does a really, really good job in that series. And going back to Nick Cage, one of the things in this movie that really struck me is, for some reason, this Transylvanian vampire has an English accent, but the accent kind of comes and goes. It's almost as bad as Kevin Costner was in Robin Hood, if anybody remembers that bit of acting. That was pretty cringy. Anyway, this is not a great movie. I give it 2 out of 5 stars. If you're looking for a time waster on a rainy afternoon, I'd say keep looking unless you're really desperate. I had high hopes for this movie, but honestly, the trailer is pretty much the best part of the movie. There are some funny one-liners, but they're few and far between, and even the fight scenes, as much as you have to admire the athletic prowess of the stunt people involved, it gets old pretty quick. I just wasn't into this movie at all. So, again, 2 out of 5 stars. I'm not saying don't watch it. I'm just saying you probably shouldn't. As always, thanks very much for watching. Appreciate it. Please click like and subscribe. Take care.